Where are we today, Barry?
We're at High Merber, Sleagill. Shap's just a mile over the hill there, and this is where we have one of our farms, our beef farm, and sheep, mainly sheep.
And how many sheep do you keep here then, Barry?
We'll have 600 ewes here, mainly mules, and we've a little few whitens, and at the other farm we've texels. We lower down at low row, so it suits texel ewe down there because they're not as hardy as mule and Suffolk lamb. So we like Suffolk.
So you keep mainly mules then, and why do you like mules then?
We like mules because, as I say, we can get a lot of bad weather here, and they're harder for it. A great attribute of mule is she gives you lots of lambs, and mastitis is very little with her. I would nearly say that we're under 1% with mastitis with mule ewe. So yes, she suits the climate up here very well.
And do you like to cross them with the Suffolk tup then? Is that the?
Yes, I do like Suffolk because they're quite a bit sooner than we've tried Texel and Beltex, but we can't get weight fast enough. And so we like Suffolk, we do.
So they've got a better growth rate then?
They have, aye. Yeah. They certainly have. And they're a bigger lamb, and again, mule ewe, another great attribute to her is that she can milk them. Yeah. She gives a lot of milk and she can manage to. We even run triplets. We run a few triplets and select ewes with most milk at them and leave triplets on.
And where do you source your mules then?
Aye, well, we source them at Penrith, and they'll come off lads who buy hogs, and I like to buy shearlings off them, or hogs. I do like to buy hogs with lambs.
Yes.
And then they come in young and they're used to farming.
And you specifically look for the Nemsa Grey tag, do you, Barry?
Well, yes and no, but yes, I do. These people who's bought these good hogs and selling them with lambs at foot, they'll be out of Nemsa farms. So,
yeah.
So yes, it's a high chance that they are Nemsa hogs. Aye. Right. We used to creep with ewes on, but I've stopped that because we've got a lot of ewes stuck in creeps, and you know, we would lose ewes. They could neck themselves in creep feeders. So we just tend to try our best to make sure there's plenty of grass in front of them, and grade as many as we can off grass. And then about the end of July, we'll take them off, middle of July or whatever. We'll take a lot of them off, and then we'll put them onto creeps without the mothers. And then we don't have as many casualties.
And you fatten a lot just off grass then?
Yes, we do. We try and get as many as we can off grass. We do. We had 100 in on Wednesday, and now we're all off grass, and I'll try and get another 100 in this following Wednesday. And they're still milky, aren't they? The lambs is still full of milk, yeah. and there's a bit of greenness about, so yes, we do. 50, we're up to 50 kilos, and majority of them was 40, 46, and we took some lighter ones down to 38, 40s, and they were a wonderful trade, aye. Lighter ones they're probably more gimmery, so yeah. They're fatter, aren't they? Yeah. Females had the flesh better. And I know they're a wonderful sheep this time of year for us. They are.
So when you're looking for a mule sheep, what characteristics do you want to see? A big, wide one, or?
No, not too big.
Right.
Not too Holsteiny. I tend to like them more Frisian-y, like you know,
yes.
and square. They are getting them big. They're just getting them big enough, because when we get them as hogs, we can grow them. So I do think that is one side of it, that they just get them big enough. Right. And well, Leicester tups are enormous, aren't they? Yeah. Leicester tups and Leicester ewes are enormous. Yeah. So they're going to breed a big offspring.
Yeah, Swales are getting bigger too.
Well, they need to get bigger and wider, and which I think they are doing. And we breed a few Swales, so that's what we're trying to do with those. Yes.
And the mothering ability and the milking ability of the mule is
tremendous.
Tremendous.
Yeah. Absolutely tremendous. Yeah. Even as hogs, you know, you can pick two lambs up when you've lambed a hog and she'll follow you out at pen.
So they're original easy care then.
They're easy care, they very much are.
And how many years do you get out of a mule yow then?
Well, if the lamb is a hog, you'll get 4 crops, and you really don't want any more, because that's when you do get far too many lambs and run into problems.
Right.
But 4 crops, and running alongside our white ewes, as I say, mastitis is virtually under 1%. Lameness is a lot less than white ewes,
Yeah.
and they're a lot easier to manage. They are. We used to lamb in February, but it was too early up here. They didn't come in season, and we would get a little few lamb in February and beginning of March, but then they wouldn't really get started till maybe 10th, 15th of March. So we hod back now till 15th of March, and that's when we lamb, and then they lamb fast. So then we house them. And this last year or two, it's been good lambing weather, so we've lambed quite a few outside, which we like that. But if it's bad weather up here, we really need to be inside, because we can get a lot of bad weather.
Because how high do you farm then, Barry?
Well, it's nearly 1,000 feet up here, and we can get a lot of bad weather. We get snow, and we do. Aye.
Sheep looking tremendous fettle. Is that down to your good management or just down to the sheep?
It's just down to plenty of room, I think, and they've had a lot of good weather this summer, and so that's added to it. Aye. But room's main thing. We are fairly bare now, but it's clean and room. Aye, just a lot of room. As you can see, we've all Suffolk lambs, and so buying a Suffolk tup's very important. And I like to buy a tup, not necessarily the biggest, but as wide as I possibly can find. And obviously Suffolk says legs on 4 corners, 1 on each corner, and just a powerful tup, and as wide and as good a character as you can find. Another great thing
About the mule?
about the mule, aye, she can lamb colossally big lambs. She can lamb big lambs. She really can. There's mornings when we've come into the lambing shed. I'll have been up late at night, and I've come into the lambing shed an hour or two later, and there's a lamb, and I'm thinking how she managed that. And then mixed amongst other sheep, there's another lamb, and there's a set of twins, and we're amazed at just how they manage them, and they do. Hogs, I even lamb hogs at Suffolk Tup, and they manage them very well, aye. Yes, we don't want to underestimate Mule Yow, because she's
the backbone of the country.
She's a tremendous sheep, aye. Yeah. She's a tremendous sheep.